everyone, welcome to fantasypoints.com, Fantasy Points live stream. This live stream brought to you by Underdog Fantasy at Underdog Fantasy on Twitter, underdogfantasy.com. And Wes Huber's here with me. My name's Dolan, by the way. Wes, you've been doing these. You've been kicking ass on these Underdog live streams. We've got Kukanis behind the glass, by the way, producing us. We're going to do something a little different today, Wes. You and I are going to enter a puppy draft. This is their big field tournament that is adjacent to Best Ball Mania, but it's a $5 entry as opposed to $25, and the grand prize is $75,000 as opposed to $1 million. I know, Wes, you'll be devastated if you win the $75,000 and not the $1 million. I know, but I'm sorry to put that on you. But I figure this is maybe a more accessible kind of contest for subscribers, listeners, and I want to talk strategy with you. How you doing, my friend? What's going on?
Yeah, not much, man. Just, working on the college product, getting it out and working on the tight ends right now. And I'll be done with these initial ranks. But other than that, then this weekend I'm just going to devote to, I'm going to build as many rankings for Dynasty, NFL Dynasty as I can, every different format. I'm going to go rookie and of course, redraft and, get or a startup, and see how many I can get done before Monday.
So so this is interesting because a couple of weeks ago I talked, if you guys remember, we kicked off our partnership with Underdog Fantasy. By the way, code FANTASYPTS at Underdog Fantasy. New users, $100 match, deposit up to $100. Great way to get in. That's 4 Best Ball Mania entries. That's 20 entries in the puppy. Of course, you also, Wes, want to diversify a little bit, maybe, if you're not a risky player. Enter some just basic $5 drafts, basic $10 drafts where you don't advance into these big fields, but you also can get a nice little prize, a nice little return on your investment if you win there. But you want to use that code. So, Wes, a couple of weeks ago, I talked with Liam Murphy at Chess Liam on Twitter, and he was the winner of the Best Ball Mania 2 last year, and he talked about some of his strategies and, how you need to take down some of these big best ball contests. He talked about week 17 correlation stacks. He talked about team stacks. But ultimately, if you end up picking the right players, you're going to end up pretty good. But there are some little bit different strategies here. So with you and I being in this draft, it's going to be interesting to see the kind of strategies teams use. Can you go 0 QB? Meaning you draft just 1 or 2 late, 0 tight end, 2 or 3 late. Can you draft up to 4 tight ends? Liam had teams last year where he had up to 4 quarterbacks and they were all scrubs, but he was getting production out of them because he had basically his choice of 4 any given week. So it's going to be interesting, Wes, to see how teams draft. So, my friend, here's what we're going to do since we're entering a puppy, okay? You got to tell me when you're ready. Mm-hmm. We're essentially going to hit enter at the same time and hope one of us isn't the 12th in another draft, essentially, right?
Yep.
So do you have it all set up for the puppy? You have the 30 seconds per pick clock selected. Do you have your finger on the enter button?
I do. So you going to count down for us?
I'm going to count it down. I'm going to count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. It says waiting for 2 people, so my guess is you and I got in the same draft.
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Okay.
Let's just see here. Mine says waiting for 1 person. Kukanis, I need to send you a link, you think?
Yep, you're right. We're both in there waiting for 1 person. Yep.
All right. There we go, Ben. I sent you the link. Let's just see. Now we're waiting for 1. Now, the reason we're doing this, Wes, is because poor Tom and Nick last week, they just got screwed. People just weren't filling the draft. I know these, and I think it just filled.
It did. Yeah.
Okay. You are
3rd.
You're Wes Huber. Okay, and I'm picking 9th. So, Wes, we're picking at different stages of this draft. This will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. I usually like to pick in the middle, but, I like to mix it up as well. Yeah. So,
Wes, this is going to be fun, my friend. Glad to be in here with you. At least we did not coordinate that. I was just like, this is how we're going to have to join a puppy and hope to God one of us wasn't the 12th entrant, essentially.
And I mean, if I had a second one going on and I auto draft,
oh, you're a guy who can multitask. Okay, so we've got you are picking third, I'm picking ninth. So this is going to be a couple of different strategies. Okay, Ben, I've got a screen share. You're saying? All right, I will share my screen then. Chrome. Okay. Grant access to this application. Oh, how the fuck do I do that? Okay, this is screen recording, Google Chrome. Okay, sorry, Ben. I'll do it right now, buddy. Don't worry. All right, so Ben, you can't see it, but I have to. Okay, Google Chrome will not be able to record the contents of your screen until it is quit. Okay, that's not going to work right now. Let's see here.
Do you want me to copy and paste?
Hey Ben, what if I drop out really quick and restart Google Chrome? Is that going to work? Ben? Okay, that'll work. All right, let me just close Google Chrome really quick, and then I'll be right back.
Oops, sorry, girl. All right, we've started. So yeah, Jonathan Taylor went off the board. Big shock there. I can already tell you who I'm going to pick. This is probably going to be Christian McCaffrey. So I'm going to be all over Austin Eckler here, which is actually the guy I prefer at the second pick. So, and he went Justin Jefferson. So I'm still going Eckler. I know that might not be the consensus here, but I like Eckler over McCaffrey this year. I love him in that offense. I snuck out and I watched the Bengals play the Chargers in Cincinnati this past year, and Eckler looked really good. So did Justin Herbert, man. He looked ridiculous. I can't believe it. We're at the sixth pick.
Look at this, Wes. I got it done in record time there. Look at that. Here we go.
McCaffrey is still on the board at 6.
That's interesting. Yeah, there's people who take him second overall. There's people who by the way, we had a very spirited argument. Like Scott Barrett and Hansen,
there he goes,
are actually making a bet about Justin Jefferson because Hansen has him ranked ahead of Cooper Kupp, and Scott thinks he's nuts. Very interesting that in a large field tournament, somebody took him at 2 overall. Justin Jefferson. Wes, this is an easy pick for me.
Half PPR. So, your guy's there though. How are you not taking your guy?
I'm taking Dalvin Cook.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So that's an easy pick for me. I think Dalvin Cook has the number 1 running back in his range of outcomes. Like I actually would take Dalvin Cook over Derrick Henry.
Yeah, if he's catching the ball this year, he's gonna be just beast. That's the only thing that's held him back. It's just he hasn't been getting the targets.
Well, Wes, he catches the ball well, but he also is maybe the best zone runner in the entire game. Yeah, right?
No, it's beast. But that was really it wasn't what he did on the ground. It had nothing to do with it. He was the same guy. He just wasn't getting the same targets that we saw early in his career.
This will be really interesting here. I'm 1 pick away.
If in here, oh my gosh.
I'm not against any particular strategy, right? Like I'm not against running back. I'm not against receiver. I'm doing another draft where I literally opened with 3 straight receivers based on how the board fell to me. Oh, mixing goes.
No, and I think that's the best way to do it. You don't go in with like I'm doing this in this draft. Mm-hmm. You got to let the board play out, and you got to evolve to the board.
I think I'm going to take Debo here. Just like you talk about a guy who can smash weeks, right? So Debo's going to be my pick there. Running back receiver, completely valid. Mark Andrews was maybe my fantasy MVP last year. He was in the conversation there, but I don't know. Debo a little too good for me to pass up. Aaron Jones was another guy I considered at that spot.
Yeah, that's who I had second on my board as well. I think the last one I did, I took Debo and ended up taking Trey Lance later on. So
totally fine. Yeah, that's a great strategy.
Yeah.
All right. Honestly, this is my first time using the desktop version of Underdog.
Okay.
Ben, do you like Ben? You can put it in the chat. Do you like the white? Do you think that works well with like or I could switch it to dark mode too, but I don't know. Okay, Ben likes the white. All right. Alvin Kamara is interesting, Wes, because he's been falling to that middle to late second round, and I guess there's the chance of NFL, discipline, which is probably part of the reason. But let's say he gets like 2 games. Man, what a value he is! Like 20th overall.
Oh yeah, I mean you're. I mean it's a best ball. We're not talking about where you're changing the lineup here. So he's going to be beast when he comes back. I don't think he's going to be suspended for that long. I think he'll be back pretty quick. So I don't really see why he's even lasting this long, to be honest. All right, yeah, I got no choice here, and I'm going with my guy AJ Brown.
Oh, okay. So you're in on AJB in Philadelphia. Let's talk about that. Because, I mean, here's the thing about Brown. He's put up number 1 wide receiver numbers in a run-heavy offense before. I just think, Tannehill's probably a better thrower of the ball than Hurts. But I think Philly wants to throw the ball a lot more this year.
Oh, yeah, no question. And, and even if Jalen Hurts just face plants, I mean, we got Gardner Minshew back there that we know he can sling it. Yeah. So either way, they're gonna get the best out of these wide receivers. And it's like going into the year with Corey Davis. I mean, that was AJ Brown's best year. So I don't see any issues with the one thing is they do have a good tight end though, Dallas Goedert. But I mean, I really think if Jalen Hurts, if he takes a step forward here. We're going to say, oh, please give me T. Higgins, please. Please, Nico Nasty.
Hopefully Nico Nasty's not watching. There you go.
All right, there we go.
I will say this, and so many Lucy football moments, but I think I'm with Edwin Porras. I'm in on Saquon at a 3rd round ADP.
Are you? Okay.
At a 3rd round ADP, I mean, yeah, I am.
The only issue I have is the new switching over to Dayball is he's gonna want to throw it. That's all I'm gonna say, and he's gonna use a lot of 10 personnel. That's just built into his brain,
But Saquon's skill set. Can you essentially use 10 personnel with Saquon as one of the wide receivers?
I mean. You kind of have to. I mean, you're not going to use who's their backup? I forget. I could look it up, but
oh God, I don't even think that they didn't. Devontae Booker's gone.
Yeah, they have somebody else. I'm drawing a blank. But anyway,
they signed Matt Breida.
Matt Breida, yes, exactly.
And they signed Jashawn Corbin, who's kind of a guy, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. No, you know what? Who was the guy? Maybe I shouldn't call him out, but I know some people were saying like he was the RB1 in the draft class.
Well, it's Emory Hunt, who actually played running back in college. But
I don't care who he is. I do not care.
That's kind of wild, right?
Wow.
Oh,
that was about that's the hot take of the
great jellied hams. Patrick Mahomes is the first quarterback off the board. Well, Wesley,
I don't do it, man.
I'm taking Josh Allen.
Oh wow! See, I punt QB in every draft I've done. Maybe I'm stupid, but I do.
No, I don't think it's stupid. I mean, but talking to Liam Murphy, it also really just kind of rewired my thinking a little bit. What it takes to take down a tournament like this, and needing that massive, unfortunately, the Bengals are a tough team to really get a stack on because their players are going so freaking early.
Yeah.
But we're talking about, what is that? That week 17 game is Bengals Bills. It's the Monday night game. It's the last game of the fantasy season. I mean, how many dollars are going to change hands in that game by the minute, right? Yeah. I mean, how wild is that when you're talking about it?
No question.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm starting to wonder if this is going to be a little bit of a hero running back team for me.
Here you go again. What are you doing here?
Yeah. I mean, there's some good receivers on the board.
Yeah.
Zeke doesn't really warm my loins, but
plenty of value out there, man. Plenty.
Scott really helped. I think it might have been Scott or helped convince me that, I want Deontay.
Yeah, wide receivers just dropped. Jeez. Those were my next two on the board right there, Brown and Johnson.
You know what? Do you know who I like the best out of these wide receivers left?
You're not going to do it.
I like Mark Cooper the best.
Okay, good.
What did you think I was going to do?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'll tell you in a couple of minutes. Minutes.
Yeah, so I like Cooper there. I really wanted Hollywood or Deontay Johnson. You know, I couldn't get myself to pull the trigger on Zeke there. But Scott, I think, has done a good job convincing me, hey, look, Zeke was playing hurt last year, you know. Yeah. He's got something to prove. They're going to run the ball more. So I think that's a defensible pick.
Well, the offensive line, you know, we're so used to saying, oh, the Dallas offensive line's the best. No,
they sucked last year.
They sucked last year, but they retooled this year. I like their offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, I do too, but like the thing about it is like all right, so your best player is your left tackle, Tyron Smith, and your right guard, Zach Martin, both of whom have missed a lot of games. Tyler Smith, I think Cosell thought he was a project, quite frankly. They're having a battle at center. Biadasz and Farniok are going to battle. You know, it's one of those lines where I think a lot of things could go well, but you know, things could go poorly too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the big board, by the way.
All right, Ben told me. I'm going to have to do it. I'm taking my boy Brees.
Oh, okay. I actually was thinking of Wes, I literally just took him. I'm doing a slow puppy. I literally just took him in the 4th round.
Yeah, no, I love Brees this year. I've got no hesitations, man. I think he's blow up potential. I think he's going to I think Michael Carter's an afterthought. I mean, you know, he's going to get his touches, but it's not going to be anything. Oh, please give me my boy. And the guy I was going to say, Gabriel Davis. You know I want him.
Fuck, Wes.
I can't help it, man.
But I have Josh Allen.
I'm like it's a drug. He's my cocaine of like every draft.
Oh, I know. I mean,
I'm begging for him. Seriously.
Oh,
he didn't.
I wonder if he's watching.
All right.
But, I was hoping he was going to make it back to me.
Another guy I end up with in so many drafts, David Montgomery.
Yeah, he's cheap, right?
Yeah.
I mean, man, I tell you what, this 5th round's pretty juicy.
It was, man.
There's a lot of good players left. It's kind of funny. We're like in the 4th round, I was like, oh, there's nobody I want here. And now in the 5th round, I want everybody.
You know, I didn't even think about that. I bet you Nico Nasty is listening.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, you better do that. I'm taking Antonio Gibson here, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, you are really? Okay.
No, I'm not taking.
Okay. All right. I was about to say.
There's two players I have my eye on right here, in particular.
There's so many good wide receivers, though. You know, it's like maybe it was a good thing I didn't get Gabriel because I like having a solid running back.
Yeah, and like rotation. Honestly, Wes, that's interesting that you're saying that. There's some really good wide receivers on the board here.
Yeah, no doubt.
But you know what I'm going to do? First and foremost, I hate that pick. I will never take Juju at this spot. No. Never. There's a couple of receivers here I like more than this player, but I'm going to draft ETN because I think there's a bigger drop off at running back than
there is
receiver coming back. So let's just see how that works out, Wes.
Yeah. I think the teams that I've been the most satisfied with are the ones where I've just stocked my running backs, you know, with not necessarily back to back, but where I'm at least picking up good value along the way, and I'm not trying to punt it. The teams where I punted running back are the ones I have hated the absolute most.
I mean, Tigers, obviously, he's got a shield here, so he obviously is a successful player. But, you know, he was one of the ones where I was like, man, he could take a running back here. You know, so he just took Bateman. Bateman was absolutely one of the receivers I was eyeing up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ending up with him on a lot of teams.
He's the only wide receiver they got, you know?
Yeah.
But going back to Montgomery, I mean, I just can't envision a scenario where Chicago competes this year if they're not just running the ball a lot. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of 12 personnel and a lot of heavy stuff. I think it's going to be I even think that Khalil Herbert's going to get a lot of touches, you know, and then of course we know Justin Fields is going to be running the ball.
All right, the two receivers I had targeted were Bateman and Cooks. But I mean, they were at the top of the board. Like, you know, it's not like they were guys who were slipping through the cracks. This is going to be very interesting. Okay, he takes Hurts. I'll just take Darnell Mooney, who like Justin Fields had a rapport with last year. You talk about a guy being his team's only wide receiver. I mean, come on.
Well, I think Velus Jones, the selection of Velus Jones is going to open up a lot. They got that inside-outside speed now, and then I like the mix. And then I really think that they're going to be a lot better than people are assuming they're going to be.
I think, I think they're going to be terrible, but I mean, they have a new regime in there, and I mean, they have to know that their quarterback is not well supported, or they think he's better supported than the public thinks he is.
When I say they're going to be better, I'm not saying they're going to the playoffs. I'm saying they're not going to be the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
They're going to win for, maybe 5 games.
Fields is a quarterback. Apparently, who came out and said it? One of their offensive players came out and said, it was Cole Kmet. Said he's been running around more, which is, for fantasy, that's what we want to hear.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're coming up.
Oh, I took my guy. That's what I was going to take there. All right, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go another running back. And this is, like I said, when I feel pretty good about my running backs now. So
he's fallen to an interesting spot in drafts.
Yeah, I like Mitchell, man. I think he's underrated. I think he's in every draft I'm in, he just falls. So I took him right at his ADP.
I just think people just don't know what to do with him.
Yeah.
Because they don't trust
Shanahan. Yeah.
Shanahan, and also, I know you're an Ohio State guy, Wes, but their actions the last couple of years cannot be a good sign for Trey Sermon.
No, it doesn't need to be lined up perfectly for Sermon. I think he'll get his shot regardless. As soon as a couple injuries pop up, he's going to get a shot this year.
Yeah.
It's just going to be determined by what he does when he gets on the field. So, I'm not going to stick up for him, and I'm not going to stick a fork in him either.
He looked slow to me when he played, but I will say this, Tyrion Davis-Price was a Cosell favorite.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of those guys where Cosell, he'll often come to me and say, I didn't know anything about this guy before I watched him, and I ended up watching him, and I ended up liking him.
Yeah.
And so he was, you spent a 3rd round pick on him. All right, you're loaded at running back. Wes, literally, you could go the rest of the draft without drafting a running back.
Yeah.
I've seen 4 running back teams have a lot of success in these, so.
I couldn't pass on Skye Moore. I love him.
I know you're a Skye Moore guy. Kenneth Walker is a player. If he's going to consistently be a 7th and 8th round pick, I'm going to have a lot of Kenneth Walker in Underdog this year. I'm just telling you that.
He was after. I had Skye Moore, Kenneth Walker. I was even thinking about him there and just adding another running back, but I'm not going to.
All right, I'm just looking at here's some of the players available at other positions. Interesting spot here. For me, I'm not thrilled with it. This is where I think some quarterbacks are going to come off.
Yeah, I'm getting into the market for a quarterback here. We're at round 8. I'm going to be looking, not necessarily reaching. I tell you, I've got an American.
Whoa!
Right on cue. I've got an American Bulldog, man. She's this beautiful puppy. Come here, girl. But anyway, she is a handful. She's a great watchdog, and she's got that intimidating bark. She loves her family.
Oh, that's a huge bark.
Yeah.
My Scotchy, one of my 2 greyhounds, is a screamer. Oh my God. All right, let's see here.
Oh, you're up. Yeah.
I'm up. I'm not loving the receivers on the board.
Yeah, these are the toughest picks right here.
I'm going to take A.J. Dillon.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have a lot of Miles Sanders this year, I'm telling you, because I like his ADP. But when I look at A.J. Dillon, and I'm looking at this from, big picture perspective, right? This is the puppy, it's advance and score a ton of points. Who's more likely to have a week 17 where he's a top 5 running back? And to me, that's A.J. Dillon if something happens to Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
And
I like the pick.
So I had Dylan on that team. I'm just trying, I think a lot of things and a lot of what Liam Murphy kind of taught me was a lot of times as you're constructing this team, the idea is to think best case scenario, right? Because you need best case scenario if you're going to take down a good prize in one of these.
Yeah.
And that was, I thought, was a very interesting way for him to put it with me.
No, I think it's tough. I bet you there was, and no knock on Liam. I think there was a lot of things that fell into place that he just didn't envision.
Master. Oh, that was the guy I was eyeing up.
Gage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Schultz. Yeah, that was the guy I was going to take right there.
Mm.
That was my next guy.
Mm.
Oh, well.
I might have to do a little reach here.
Yeah, I hate it. I don't like to draft based on the ADP. Always.
Yeah.
But I'm always looking at it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, you got to look at the ADP at something.
Yeah, you do. You do.
There goes Olave, which is a very defensible. I'm looking at the board in front of me and what might happen here. Okay, I'm on the clock. All right. Well, oh shit! I just backspace. That's not good. I'm gonna take Al Lazard.
Oh, it's a good pick.
Yeah, dude, I know Lockett's just staring at me right there. I have no fucking clue what to do with Tyler Lockett. I just don't. Like, if they get Baker, people who draft Tyler Lockett, like even Baker, if they get him, if you draft Tyler Lockett in the 8th round, you're going to look like smart for doing it. Like, it's just, one of those. Ugh.
It's terrible. Yeah, I took Tyler Lockett in our fantasy points dynasty league. I didn't envision Russell Wilson leaving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm stuck with him.
Yeah, but look, I know what we all think about Baker, but if he goes there, right, it's going to be professional.
Yeah.
Better than
quarterbacks are just dropping like flies here.
Yeah, this is a round where they've, I took Allen and maybe I'll end up liking that pick, but it's, you always still are going to have that feeling that you're drafting from behind a little bit.
Yeah, and then that's why I always punt. Mm-hmm. I say punt, but usually not around 9 is when I use.
Well, there's still good players available.
Yeah.
There goes Prescott.
There goes. Yep, that's who I wanted. There was Dak, but that's okay. There's plenty.
His ADP, I think, is fairly falling with all the questions about that offense.
Yeah.
But I think Lamb is gonna. But CD Lamb's ADP's through the roof right now. I've seen him go late first round.
Well, and I'm surprised that I'm seeing Michael Gallup here with 112 ADP. It's like, when is he going to be ready to play?
Yeah.
All right, I got to do it. I'm going to take Stafford here.
Yeah, and let me see your team. You've got Stafford, Eckler, Brees Hall. Again, you literally could not draft another running back, and it would be a defensible move.
That's
AJ Brown, T. Higgins, very interesting top 2, and then Skye Moore is your 3rd receiver. Man. You're not. I understand why, but let me tell you something. If you're in on Skye Moore, join the fucking club this year, right? Right. You're not getting him at a discount.
You're not. No, and that's why I go up. I go up and get him. I wanted MVS, but that's okay.
He's gonna end up on Can you please give me a reason? Marquez Valdez-Scantling is going 40 picks after Juju Smith-Schuster.
That just doesn't make any sense to me. None whatsoever.
I wouldn't be shocked if MVS has an 1,100-yard season. I know we've never seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
But please,
All right, I'm going to do it, and this is something I haven't done. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, all right.
Back-to-back QB here.
Okay, I see it. I feel you. There goes Kareem Hunt.
If I had MVS there, I would have took him, but I just think just going to go ahead and take care of quarterback here and move on. So, wide receiver is where I'm hurting. So I'm gonna definitely be giving it some.
Well, there goes Christian Watson.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, you want to talk about a swing for the fences kind of pick. I mean, Wes, there's a legitimate chance Christian Watkins catches 20 passes this year, right? I mean,
and 10 of them could be touchdowns. Too.
Yeah. So, yeah, you look at it that way. I mean, he's got obviously next level athleticism.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he ran by high schoolers. Like there goes Damian Harris.
Yeah, he's all boomer bust, no question.
All right, let's see what this J Peak has in store for me. There's some players I really like on the board. Okay. Boom. I almost did it last round.
Yeah,
I got an Allen Knox stack, which I like.
I was going to take him or Aaron Rodgers. Yep.
All right. So, like, you goosed me on Gabe Davis, but there was also 7 picks between you and me, and
yeah,
Gabe Davis has a rocket ship attached to his ass right now. So, but I got and the thing about Knox is the nice thing about that stack is what does Knox do? He scores touchdowns.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I'm definitely not gonna argue with you on that pick. I can't believe
there it goes. This guy Tigers is chapping my fucking ass.
I can't believe that they've got Singletary going higher than Cook. That's crazy.
Yeah, I wanted to double stack. I wanted to take James Cook, but
yeah,
there's some interesting players on the board here. It's one of those rounds where, okay, I at least got that little mini Allen Knox stack, which helps.
All right.
Okay, so here's what else I'm gonna do. Do a little week 17 correlation here and draft Tyler Boyd.
There you go.
Okay, so that's a nice 5th receiver. There's a lot of guys out here who look like nice 5th receivers.
There are. There's a lot of good wide receivers available here. It's crazy.
Miko Hartman as the 10th round pick, I cannot sign off on. What?
I think he's on his way out in Kansas City.
I mean, I know we're shooting for upside, but and some of the names that he just went before.
Yeah, I just don't think they draft Skye Moore and they bring in MVS and Juju, and even though I don't like Juju, you know that, but I don't think they're doing all that.
If Juju's a certain kind of player, I mean, he's going to move the chains for you, right?
Yeah, he's serviceable, but I don't think they're bringing all those guys in if they feel great about Hardman.
Yeah. And Hardman, of course, is always going to have one of those 2 weeks where he makes all his DFS stands look smart, but that's the kind of freaking player he is. That's all. Yeah, he's not a favorite of Dolan's by any stretch.
All right, I think I might have to end a slide here unless Rohai takes care of it. It's not the greatest, but it's one where I think he's gonna be the most targeted receiver on the team, and
I understand what you're saying. I mean, early in the offseason, there he goes.
Off
trees. Early in the offseason, Wes, I thought I said something that at the time was controversial, and I'm like, I'll take Russell Gage 10 times out of 10 over Robert Woods. Just 3 with Brady, I'd take over the 2 with Tannehill. Of course, a lot has changed since then, including in the A.J. Brown trade, but it seems like the best ball markets agree with me at this point. There's no way, taking people are taking Gage. Like I told you, this Tiger guy must be inside my brain. Tigers 12-11 because
doesn't it feel like that?
Because he took Bateman when I wanted him. He took Gage when I wanted him. He just took James Cook when I wanted him.
Yeah, I might reach a little bit here. Yep, I'm going to. I'm going to take
by the way,
some Devontae Parker. I'll be right back.
Michael Gallup as the 11-1 is ridiculous. Like, I almost took him in the last round, but I wanted to get a little bit of that Week 17 correlation. Let me see. Who does Minnesota play in Week 7? Oh, they play the Packers. So I've got I've got Packers and Vikings on here. 49ers play I don't have a Raider on this team. But I'm just looking at, I've got Josh Allen, Dawson Knox, Tyler Boyd. So I have a good chunk of that game. There goes Freiermuth. That's a good pick. Let's see here. Could use a little bit of an upgrade. I feel good about my wide receiver position. It's not the best I've had, but I've got 4 guys who should lead their team in targets. I mean, or at least have a good shot to. I wasn't going to. Madison just went off the board. I have Dalvin Cook, but I wasn't going to take Madison. I'm riding or dying with Dal Cook. Like, kind of how I'm doing it. Are some players I'm eyeing up here. Running backs got some interesting guys. I'm 3 picks away. General BB. He's going to take. And there goes Damian Pierce, who was somebody I was interested in.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Yeah, I really wanted Damian Pierce there.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been able to get him very much either.
I've actually have been drafting him quite a bit. I don't know. It's just the way the ball has bounced.
I wanted Freiermuth here.
Drafting for upside here, I'm going to draft Rachaad White. Again, that's not a pick that I expect, at least at the beginning of the year, is going to be paying off for me. But, get some young talent in that. I've got 2 guys who are essentially rookies in ETN and White. But, there were some good reports there on ETN, Wes, I saw coming out of camp.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he doesn't have like a ton of guys that are vying. I mean, from what I heard though, he's not catching a lot of passes, so he's not Deebo Samuel. I hope he doesn't have that locked into his head. What is going on with people thinking they're all Deebo Samuel? I don't get it. I
mean, that's just like every time you see a guy like that do something unique, and it's like, oh, we got to get the next Deebo.
Yeah,
if it was that easy, I mean, come on.
There's one though in the whole world, you know what I mean? It's yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's not that I don't like ETN. I do like ETN quite a bit, actually. I like James from James Robinson as well, though, too.
Yeah, but tore his Achilles in Week 17. Who knows?
I know.
Nyheim Hines is a guy I'm drafting a lot of.
Yeah, exactly. When you hear a coach say, "Oh, you need to draft this guy in fantasy," I'm okay. Well, then I guess I'll have to do that.
Jack Myers is a boring ass pick, but he'll catch passes as a 6th receiver on this team.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
No, but here's the thing about Hines. I mean, Wes, he just had his worst season as a receiver in the NFL, and it is entirely because Carson Wentz is allergic to the check down.
Well, he's got 4.3 speed, so
yeah. And by the way, when you're talking their receiving core still isn't all that. I mean, you've got Pittman. They brought in Alec Pierce, who I like, but I mean, Paris Campbell's made of paper. Nyheim Hines could get a lot of action here.
Yeah, for sure. Take another guy I hate to say it because Rohi's coming up. I'll just hold off for a couple minutes. But
you think Rohi is in your
I don't know. I'm gonna then this will be a way I can tell. A guy I like quite a bit because there's another guy I might take ahead of him is Galen Tolbert. It's like we were talking about Dallas. There's
a lot of targets there that are available.
Yeah, and he's an intelligent guy. I'm telling you, when John interviewed him at the combine, this guy, he's sharp. And he didn't sound like a group of 5 wide receiver. Not that I don't even know what that really means, because Christian Watson sounded like one of the smartest people I've ever heard talk in my life. I mean, this guy was like, oh my gosh, intelligent. Okay, I'm not even going to take Tolbert because I'm going to take me some Jahan Dotson, who I really
got
like.
Dotson here.
I like Dotson quite a bit.
Are you a Stranger Things guy?
We just watched the first episode of season 4. My wife is.
Mm-hmm.
I like half of the characters, and then I really don't like the other half.
Who are the half you don't like?
The ones I don't like, well, one of them died. It was the redhead girl's brother. They got the big.
Oh, Billy.
Yeah,
the one who was getting hit on by the hot mom.
Yeah. Oh no, that's cool. That's cool. I like the milk stuff. But then there was the like head basketball kid, the captain of the basketball team right now. I can't stand that kid.
He's a douche nozzle. He's a complete knob.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand him.
But we just watched. So I know you're a horror guy, and like Stranger Things is like fake horror. Yeah. Like, but to me, it's just kind of like I'm glad this is flying because me and the old lady are going to turn on a couple episodes here tonight. But like, it's fake horror, but it's just fun to watch. And like, sometimes like I know people get tired of. There goes Darrell Henderson, by the way, who's a really good pick at this spot.
All right, I'm taking Tolbert here.
Yeah, there you go.
I think he's got a lot of potential to really do something that often. I mean, they're not going to have a full wide receiver rotation for a while until Gallup is ready. So I think he's going to get a lot of touches.
So yeah, like here's what the way I'm looking, Wes, is like at Stranger Things. By the way, it's just fun to watch. Like, I know people get tired of like something that becomes like a cultural phenomenon in the way that Stranger Things has. But like, sometimes you just need something that's stupid and fun to watch. Like,
no, there's no question. Okay, I've got a perfect show for you. If you have HBO Max, it's called The Baby.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. It's like comedy horror. And I mean, totally ridiculous, but it's entertaining. And that's what you can always count on from those HBO shows.
I'm watching, like, obviously I love Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, but these shows are, you got to turn turn your noodle on, sometimes it's a little, I'm tired of using the noodle.
No, sometimes you have to have like a lower expectation show just to kind of balance it out. No question. I definitely. And there was a show, Outer Range, that was on Amazon Prime. It was
Don't do it to me, J Peak. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. He didn't do it to me.
Sweet. All right.
I'm going to take Pickens.
Okay.
Wes, did you see Pickens getting drafted, by the way? The pose. You didn't see him like staring at the television? Hold on. He was watching himself get drafted, and he's over there like this. And it's like he's like in the goofiest pose.
Oh yeah, I did see that. No, I did.
Oh, that was hilarious. My fly was down. Sorry.
Somebody was like, somebody posted, this guy's either going to be all pro within a couple of years, or he's going to be something. It was a pretty harsh comment, but yeah, I remember.
Wally said it to me in like a group chat I was in, and I actually hadn't seen it to that point, and it's very rare that I get out-memed by Brawley, okay?
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen it to that point. And I mean, I cannot, like, looking at the still, it's just the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like, I mean, it is so funny.
Yeah, definitely. I can't believe that freaking William Fuller is still, I mean, what is he, around 169?
Wes, is there a chance?
You took my guard, Dolan.
Is there a chance I just took the two leading receivers for the Cleveland Browns in Amari Cooper and Njoku?
Oh, yeah, there's no question. There's no question.
All right, so you were in there. Oh my God, JP has to be listening.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Anyway, I'm having fun, but I didn't expect to get up and do the Pickens on the live stream. So my fly was down, by the way, too.
That's all. That's even better. We're trying to be entertaining here, and that gets it done.
Yeah. I'm sorry I took Njoku, but that was the perfect time for me to take a second tight end.
Oh no, I deserve that. I've passed on all the tight ends.
I know. Everybody's calling it a dumb signing, by the way, and it might be, but they did pay him.
Yeah, no, I think he's still young. He's got a lot of talent. I
mean, remember this kid was a first round pick, and like,
there was
there was, this guy could be the next Jimmy Graham type talk.
Yeah, no. I'll tell you who I don't like that much, and he's still on the board, top tight end on the board, Noah Fant. It's not that I don't like him, but you know that the Seahawks, they will be paying their kicker, punter, and long snapper more than they will be paying their quarterback room.
Oh, well, I think there was that report today that if Baker gets released, Seattle will sign him.
We'll see. Because you know what? Seattle, they want that top pick.
Yeah, but does Carroll? Does 70-year-old Pete Carroll want to be like, it's all right if we win 4 games, we'll get the top pick? I don't know.
I don't know. If they bring in Baker, they're going to win like 5 or 6 games or 4 or 5 games, and I don't think that's good for them. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but then again, what if it's
You're right. Like maybe, but wasn't it just a year ago? I know what happened with Baker, okay? But wasn't it just a year ago where we're talking about he takes them to a win in the playoffs, and we're like, it's a matter of how much he's getting paid, and then they sold their soul. Let's call it like it is. They sold their souls. Khalil Herbert. By the way, I like Kenny Gainwell in the 14th round. I think that's
for sure.
The Eagles did. The Eagles didn't do anything at running back this offseason. As a matter of fact, they lost guy because they haven't re-signed Jordan Howard. So
I am going to.
Yeah, you're up next here, Wes. And let's take a look at your team. Stafford, Rodgers. Interestingly enough, you don't have a stack on this team. You're just taking good players.
Yeah, no, I wanted it. I wanted a stack. Okay, I'm going another running back here. And Skye, I think.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh God!
I'll trade him. I'll trade him to you for Njoku.
I don't know about that. Yeah, that could be. If we had trades going down, that could be negotiated, right?
Yeah, I couldn't pass him up. I mean, it's pretty much the perfect landing spot for him. I've always liked Darrell Williams. I think
that's a great spot for him, by the way.
Yeah, I was surprised that he lasted this long.
Connor can't stay on the field.
Yeah.
General BB has 3 quarterbacks: Prescott, Watson, and Tua. All right, so that's a guy who's just like, we'll see.
Wow.
I mean, if you draft Watson, you've got to insulate yourself because
I don't have much exposure to him.
I don't think this will happen, but who knows? I mean, the guy can get. Of course, now he takes Gus Edwards, who I really wanted. But when it comes to him, I mean, Wes, are we even going to guarantee that he's going to play every game this year? Because I'm not. I mean, that he's going to play a game this year.
A game, I
think he will. Yeah. I think he will, but
I think because he didn't get it, there's no criminal prosecution. I think it's guaranteed he will play this year, but I think he's going to be out for like half the season.
Yeah, he's going to be out for a long time.
Yeah, he's going to get I
don't love this guy, but I love the scheme, and I'm just going to shoot for some upside with. Oh shit! For some reason, I can't even scroll down. There we go. Raheem Mostert.
Yeah,
it's like a player I don't love, but okay, now he's a 15th round pick. Now I'll take some upside.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I ended up going Gerald Everett at tight end. I do like him, though.
Oh no, I like him. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I don't like him as much as I like his quarterback.
Oh yeah, I like the situation. That's what you're drafting.
Yeah. What about Sammy Watkins, man? Not even reporting. I mean, dude, you're about to get buried. You're not even going to.
Wait a minute, he's not even in OTAs.
No. And the coach,
it's not a guarantee he makes that team. I mean,
he's not going to make the roster.
Because from what reporters are saying is Romeo Doubs is showing out there.
Oh yeah, Romeo Doubs. He's good.
Yeah, he's showing out. His Doubs. Looking at some of these receivers, man, receiver really falls off a cliff, doesn't it? Whew. There's some skank out there.
Yeah. There's it's not like it was a couple of rounds ago. That's for sure. There's a couple of guys though I like.
Yeah.
Not
I mean, this is just where it's all samey. What's the?
My wife's in there cooking up some burgers and fries.
That's
and
what I like
the
to hear.
cob. Yeah.
We made some bok choy because my wife has a garden. So all right. All right. Now Romeo Dubs gets drafted.
Oh man, you brought him up.
Yeah.
He was
I'm
top
gonna
of
take
my
Mac
list.
Jones.
I was gonna take him, my next pick.
Who, Dubs?
Dubs. I love Dubs.
Yeah. I just took Mac Jones,
Oh yeah. That's
gonna be according to Liam Murphy, you don't even need a backup quarterback if you have a Josh Allen, but I'm not that risk taking. So I'll take a guy who's just gonna give me solid backup weeks in Mac Jones.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think you can't just punt punt. I don't think you can punt any position.
Yeah.
You've gotta settle on somebody. Oh,
now there is a great second tight end, by the way.
That's who I was gonna take. You top of my
Taysom?
list right there.
We're in a sharp room here, Wes.
Wow. Doggone it. That's who I wanted.
What's the best horror movie you've seen recently? I'm not a horror guy, but
shoot.
You're more of a you and Ben are you're like those slasher freaks. You like slashers.
I don't like no. I like movies that are more scary and less bloody. Let me look it up for you real quick. There was it was one. I think it might have been the last movie I went to see. No, the last movie I went to see was the Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, I've never even seen the original one of those.
Oh, they're good. I like those movies. This one was good too. Daggone, I gotta sign in. It was The Cursed or something.
You're on the clock, by the way.
Oh shoot. Okay, yeah, that's not.
I didn't want to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Where am I at here? Okay, I'm gonna take. Let me take me. Oh, okay, that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, DPJ's all right. He'll have a week that he pops off.
Yeah, no, I like him. When Deshaun gets out there, I like him a lot more. But hold on, let me look this up for you because I like this movie. I'm gonna buy it eventually for my my streaming wallet. I've got like tons of movies in here. 1,486.
You're a big movie guy.
Oh, I love movies. Oh, The Cursed. Yeah, that was the best one I've seen. It was really good. Shoot. Okay, well, I get my guy anyway. I'll take me some Wandale.
All right, Wandale Robinson. There's a guy who's standing out to me on the board right now, and I'm just going to see if I can get him.
I'm going to have to clean up with some tight ends here at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, what do we have? 2 picks left? No, I have 1 pick left. Yeah, I need a tight end. Okay.
Well, there's a guy who's standing out to me on the board right now, and I'll see if he falls to me. I don't trust these guys in this room with me. Zamir White's a good pick there. Wes, by the way, I would have you know that I have 3 of, I think, your top 32. And by the way, our college football package will be launching soon. I have 3 of your top 32 college football wide receivers on my Devy team.
Well, I know you have the top one, which kills me.
I have Smith and Jigba. I have.
That's the only Devy. That's the only Devy team where I don't own Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, I have Brew McCoy, and I have Parker Washington.
Yeah. Oh, of course you do.
Yeah, I had to take him.
No, he's going to be the wide receiver 1 there.
Yeah, they brought in the kid from Western Kentucky. I also have
Mitchell Tinsley. I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
I also have Jadon Hazelwood.
Yeah. You didn't draft him, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't.
Actually, I drafted Rashad White last year, which is a super savvy pick.
Oh, yeah, that was a great pick.
Yeah.
You took him because of the Bruce Feldman thing, right?
And you put him in your Devy ranking, so thank you.
Yeah,
There is definitely a player who's just screaming out to me right now on this board, and it's Nico Collins.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, like just when I'm talking about upside as an 8th wide receiver, right?
I can't even look at running backs. I'm not allowed to anymore.
No, you're done. You're done. Get out of here. You taking Darrell Williams already pissed me off enough.
I've got like 13 wide receivers trying to make up for the fact that I kind of, didn't take one from 24 to 84.
Yeah.
24 to 27 to 75. Yeah. I need a tight end so bad. It's not even funny.
I could draft a 3rd tight end here. I could draft a 9th receiver. Could draft a 6th running back. I mean, I think the most likely outcome is that Bryan Edwards stinks, Wes. But I'll tell you what, talk about a team that needs bodies, and Atlanta lands them.
Yeah, I like who's the other big dude they signed from Cincinnati?
Alden Tate.
Yeah, I like Alden Tate. I do like him.
I mean, just think of how ridiculous it is, though, that he signed with them because he thought he had a chance to start.
Okay, you called Tigers a pro, and then he just drafted Dearness Johnson and Tyler Beatty.
Well, I mean,
look at his running backs.
James Cook. Zero RB. Complete zero RB.
Completely. Yeah.
James Cook is his top running back.
Oh, my gosh. He's got Jared Goff. Jared Goff's okay, but
that's fine to be he went because Herbert is his quarterback, but that's a strat. That zero RB action right there. I just can't bring my brain to do what he did.
I want to puke when I look at his roster. I can't do it.
All right, let's see here. What have I got? You know what? Fuck it. I'll take Sony Michel, and now I have both Michel and Raheem Mostert. Yeah, I will absolutely get usable weeks out of that.
I love the Michel pick. I think Michel's going to end up being the RB1 there. He's just so dynamic. He can do well. I shouldn't. Let me take that back. Let me walk that one back.
He's not dynamic, but
no. But he's a good pass blocker. So I think he's gonna have a lot of utility.
You know what's funny?
Right there.
When they signed Michel, can I get a quick question? And Quentin says, I get my pick between any two of the rookie wide receivers in my rookie draft. London is a lock. Who else should I grab? I'm leaning Olave. I would take Wilson.
Oh yeah. I would take Wilson over Olave as well.
I just think he's a more complete. And Wes, obviously, you watch them a lot. I just think he's a more complete player.
It's splitting hairs for me, but I have Wilson ahead of Olave.
I think Olave is a certain kind of player. Yeah. And I think what New Orleans has done kind of indicates that, right? They bring in Landry. They presumably will have Thomas back, and it's like, okay, we don't need Olave to move the chains on 3rd and 6.
Yeah.
We need Olave to create the 25-yard completion when we run play action on 1st and 10.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. No, I like Wilson. I think, it's all going to depend on Zach Wilson, and I'm not in love with him as becoming a future fantasy stud, but that offense looks really good. I'm all in on Breece Hall. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to stick with where I had him prior to the draft, and that was Wilson ahead of Olave.
Yeah,
and that's what I've done in the ranks.
That's where he was drafted too, by the way. Wilson ahead of Olave.
Yeah.
So I was planning on being out on Miami's backfield all offseason, but have you noticed that all of them, including Edmonds, are now double-digit round picks?
Yeah, I mean,
so you just react to what the market is, right? I mean,
you see that that's what the ADP does. It react. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to do it. I don't even like him, but I'm going to take Brevin Jordan.
He's got opportunity, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's the best one on the board. Yeah. So I thought about Cameron Brate. What if Gronk doesn't sign? But Brevin Jordan at least gives me the starter. So that's where I'm going.
If Gronk doesn't sign, Cade Otton might end up on some fantasy rosters this year.
Yeah. No question. That would be awesome. I have him in a lot of Devy leagues. I have Cade Otton, so that would work out nicely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 9 wide receivers. Okay. I didn't want DPJ, but I got him.
I think 8 to 10 wide receivers, I think, is like what you should have.
Yeah.
I have 8. I normally draft 5 running backs, but when one of them is Raheem Mostert, that's basically 4 1/4 running backs. So
yeah. Normally I like to go 3 tight ends, but I'll just deal with
here. Best ball mania. I haven't. Let me see. Back. Where's the? I've only done 7 on Underdog so far this year, by the way. I have a bunch currently in. Do we have the results? No. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to get back to like the projected standings, but Wes, honestly, they don't matter.
No, I've never even looked at them.
Because it just tallies total points, so a guy who drafts 4 quarterbacks is going to always have the best team, right?
Well, it's going to tell you that Juju is a great pick at round 6, so I could care less about that stuff.
All right, my guy. I mean, this was a lot of fun. You've been kicking ass on these. Good job by Kukanis. Show the big board, he says. You mean like the grid.
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry, Ben. This is what you meant when you said big board. I thought you meant the best available players. Okay,
that's what Jake's great for. He was like, okay, and here's the big board for everybody. He did it like multiple times. So
sorry, Ben. I let him down. Okay, just like here, take a look. Okay, there we go. Round 6 through 10. Ben, if you want to take a screenshot there, and so I know Ben's focused on social right now.
Oh yeah, he's all about it.
And there,
a man of many hats.
There it goes. 11 through 15: Rashad White, Jacoby Myers, George Pickens, and Njoku, Raheem Mostert. Wes, you took Devontae Parker, Jahan Dotson, Tolbert, Gerald Everett, and Darrell Williams, which I thought was a great pick. That's a fantastic pick there, Darrell Williams. And here is the final 3 rounds.
Yeah, I'm probably not too proud of the last 3 rounds, but
you rarely will be.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. I mean, I think perfect. I hope everybody had a great stream. I'm about to go watch some Stranger Things. Wes, it was fun, my friend. For Ben Kukanis, Wes Huber, Underdog Fantasy, code FANTASYPTS. You want to get in these drafts with me and Wes, that's how you do it.
Tons of fun.
Simple. That's simple. A lot of fun, guys. Talk to you soon.
Later, y'all.